whether the SGPC did have power over the Akal Takht. The Akal Takht, Sri Akal Takht Sahib, is actually the most powerful, the most important, the most significant central seat of Panthic Sikh power within the whole religion. It is one of the most sacred, most important bodies. And up until recently, it was assumed that the SGPC had control of that. It could appoint the Jathedar, that is the leader, etc., and it could remove the leader on its will, on its whim. And this has created a huge problem because it means the SGPC, who in turn is effectively controlled by the Shiromani Akali Dal, the political party, which in turn is controlled by the Badal family, which in turn is controlled by the RSS. So as we've reported many times before, ultimately it's the RSS who are controlling this hierarchy of Sikh politics, which in turn means that the Sikh community is losing its democratic voice, it's losing its power, its organisations which are there to represent its issues and its views and its policies are now infiltrated and controlled by the RSS, which is no good for the Sikh community. Now, we reported recently how the Akal Takht, the Jathedar, the leader of the Akal Takht, he punished the Badal, the member of the Badal family, Sukhbir Badal, by claiming he was Tankaya, which essentially is a religious punishment. Essentially, it's almost ostracising him for his acts against the Sikh Panth, against the Sikh community. And of course, he took this very personally. Now, as a result, the Badal family, through the Shiromani Akali Dal, and ultimately, as I say, the RSS, they, in vengeance, have removed the Jathedar of the Akal Takht, the Jathedar of the Kesgar Sahib, and the Jathedar of the Damdana Sahib. These are three of the takhts, three of these Sikh takhts. They've had their leaders removed as an act of revenge. And this is why this 1925 act, when I said at the time, it might appear arcane, but its significance is absolutely massive. Because what this act does, if it can be proved legally that the SGPC does not have power over the Akal Takht, it therefore cannot remove the Jathedars. It therefore cannot dictate to the takhts, particularly the Akal Takht, it cannot dictate terms, policies, whatever. It means the Akal Takht is independent of the SGPC. It creates this fire break, this break between all the RSS-controlled organisations like the Shiromani Akali Dal, the SGPC, and the Akal Takht, which actually can then remain purely representing the Sikh community.